Hey guys, how's it going and welcome to another video. So, in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full day of eating on 2,000 calories, well to be exact, 2,035 calories. It's been really requested. People are like, oh, how are you managing your hunger? Eating a lot less than what you were eating before, because when I was bulking, it was like I was eating 3,000 calories a day, almost, kind of. So I thought I'd just show you guys what I eat today. So this morning I woke up, I had my usual coffee. I weigh out 200 grams of almond milk in there. I use the Skinny Food Co. Biscuit flavored coffee syrup. It is so good. And I also had that with 4 wafers and 1 ginger biscuit. I usually only have these on the weekends now when I have time to kind of sit down and drink my coffee, because during the week I just leave the house super early, don't even have time to sit down and chill. I literally just like kind of down my coffee super quickly when it's a weekday. But yeah, today I had some time to just light up a candle, read a book. So I'm reading Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's this book right here. Actually, such a good book, guys. Like, I would highly recommend if you're looking for like a good read that's like very introspective, kind of like, it's not really self-help, it's more like, yeah, introspective. I'd highly recommend it. I'm about 2/3 of the way through it and I love it. I finished reading Atomic Habits a couple weeks ago. That's another very good book if you guys need some book recommendations. Atomic Habits is a great one. And speaking of book recommendations, this is the last book that I have right now and I need new book recommendations. So if you have any nonfiction, please, I don't like fiction, any nonfiction book recommendations, please do comment them down below. So that was this morning. I immediately went out, got 6,000 steps done. I like getting my steps done as early as possible during the day. Listened to a podcast while I was out there and then got back, trained a Zoom client, and I'm about to have my first meal right now. So essentially I'm just going to be having seitan, potatoes, and green beans. So it's just 1 serving of seitan, which is about 30 grams of vital wheat gluten, and then 250 grams of white potatoes and 100 grams of green beans. This entire meal is like 300 calories and it's a fat bowl. Like, it's a big bowl. And I usually have my oats in the morning, right? So you guys are probably wondering, why is this bitch eating like this meal first? She usually has it later on during the day. Let me explain. Today I'm planning on training a bit later on during the day, and I really like having a good pre-workout meal. I'm gonna have my oats like 2 hours before training, because I'm gonna have them with like a bit of fat in there as well to kind of slow down the digestion of it, and I'd rather have that pre-workout rather than have this pre-workout, to be honest. I also find that I like keeping my tastiest meals towards the end of the day and starting the day with my most bland, lowest in carb, least palatable meals. I find that really helps manage hunger, because this is like such a bland meal. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate it, but it's not like, oh my god, super duper tasty. It's just a good hearty meal. And when I'm done with it, I'm like, okay, there was no sugar in there, nothing highly palatable, so it's not making me crave more food. Whereas sometimes when I'll have my oats first thing, like, I'll have them and yeah, they fill me up physically, but it's like the taste is so good that I want more when I'm done eating them, you know? So I like keeping that towards like a bit later. So I thought I'd just have this meal first. That's something that I'd really recommend you guys do. Like, if you're in a dieting phase and you're struggling with hunger, like, yes, do flexible dieting, you know, eat foods that you like, but don't only eat super highly palatable foods, because they can mess up with your like hunger signaling basically. So I'm gonna have this first meal right now, and then I'm actually gonna take myself on a little coffee date. Well, not really coffee date, more like a productivity date. I'm gonna go down to Costa. There's a Costa like a 10-minute walk from where I live, near the canal, which is really nice. And I never actually realized how cozy it looked like in there. I was doing my steps near there this morning and it looked really cozy. So I was like, you know what, I'm probably going to go there and do some work. I have so much work to do. So I'm gonna bring my computer with me and I will take you guys along with me. I'm gonna have my pre-workout meal there in like 2 hours time as well. So I'll show you that. I'm gonna be training chest and hamstrings and shoulders today. So it's a good one. And yeah, I've been rambling now for a little bit, but let's just get into the rest of this vlog. So I had just gotten dressed. Guys, these jeans are like the best jeans ever. They fit so well. They make your butt look really fucking good. They're from Fit Jeans. Not gonna lie, these are pricey as fuck. I think they're like 110 pounds for a pair, which is crazy. I got these when they were on sale, so I didn't have to pay that much for them, but I'm sure these are gonna last me a lifetime. Like, they're really perfect on the waist, really good around the legs, the quads, the glutes. Like, these jeans are made for people who lift, so if you're looking for a good pair of jeans that are gonna last you forever, go get fit jeans. Hashtag not sponsored. Literally, I just fucking love these jeans. Yeah, just wanted to plug them because they're honestly so good. Alright, you guys, this is the current setup. I'm at Costa. I don't know if you guys can see my cup. It's kind of backlit, but yeah, Costa. I just literally have English breakfast tea because I don't have the macros for anything else. I'm gonna add a bunch of these sweetener packets into there because I like my hot beverages nice and sweet. I have a beautiful view of the canal near Camden Town. Got my computer to do some work, and it's pretty empty down here, nice and quiet, so I will be here for the next couple of hours. I'm gonna take some of this. This is the Cured Nutrition. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Come on, focus. This is the Cured Nutrition Rise Daytime Nootropic Formula. This helps me focus super duper well, so I'm gonna take 3 tablets of this. That's 1 serving, and I'm gonna get right to work. So pre-workout meal about to go down. I'm gonna have my oats, protein powder, cocoa powder, and 10 grams of Viscose. I am just working on a survey. I'm actually writing my dissertation on my online coaching business, so I'm making a survey for that, which is super duper fun. But yeah, this is like, I'm gonna eat this a good 2.5 hours before training, just because it is higher fat, higher fiber, so it's gonna digest a lot slower. So I'm gonna have this right now, probably drink my Monster in a little bit. What's poppin'? As you can tell, I'm back home. I did not film my session because I just wanted to get it done and over with. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, I look like absolute trash, but it's okay. YouTube fam, you guys have seen me at my worst in other videos, so this is okay. It was a good session though. I trained, yeah, I benched, I did some hamstrings and some shoulders. My split's kind of weird. The reason why I do my split in a weird way is because obviously I train different muscle groups at different frequencies, and I don't like it when things kind of clash. So yeah, that's kind of like a long story short. I do want to talk about my training more in depth on this channel, and when I quit Donut Time, well, I've already quit, but I have like a few shifts left basically, and after that I'm gonna start filming my training a lot more, and I'm gonna give you guys like in-depth explanations to like how I train, exercise selection, my split, different rep ranges, intensity techniques, because to be honest with you guys, I am a lot more passionate about training than I am nutrition. I love nutrition, but training is like, I don't know, I just fucking love training. Not only the act of training, but like obviously all the kind of, you know, principles, concepts that go into designing a training program. As you guys know, I do my own training. I always have, and the only time, or the only, I guess I would only ever allow the folks at RP, Renaissance Periodization, to ever like kind of take control of my training. That's basically like, RP is where I've learned everything that I know about training. If you guys don't know what RP is, they're just basically like a company. I think Mike Israel is the owner and founder. They have a YouTube channel. I'll link it down below. Most informative YouTube channel, at least in my opinion, on YouTube about training. Definitely go binge watch all their videos because super duper insightful, informative. I love their approach, and it makes a lot of sense to me. A lot of thought goes into my training. I don't just do like random sessions, but I do my own training, and I love programming. And if you guys are interested in, you know, getting like an individualized program, that's obviously included in my online coaching. The link to that is always in the description, by the way, like just the little application form if any of you guys are interested in working with me. But that's enough of me rambling and geeking out on training. I fucking love training. I'm about to have my post-workout meal now. I'm gonna have 3 Weetabix with some protein powder and also some seitan, so just good old protein, carbs, basically no fats in this meal. I usually just make my Weetabix with cold water because I realize you don't really need to make it with almond milk, so I'm kind of saving up on some fats when I do that. The reason why post-workout you want low fats is because you want that food to be digested as quickly as possible. You want to make sure you're not just having protein though. You want to make sure you have carbs as well. Like everyone kind of swears by their post-workout protein shake, but if there's no carbs in there, you're not doing yourself a lot of favors. Carbs are very anabolic in the sense that they do kind of signal anabolic pathways post-workout. So if you're very limited on carbs, if you're dieting and you're, close to a photo shoot or a show and you're on very low carbs, please, 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 I beg you, for your best results to retain as much muscle, make sure you're centering your carbs around during your workout. So pre, intra, and post is when you want to have most of your carbs. And yeah, so I'm about to have that meal. Now I'm going to stop rambling because it's been a while. And then I have some more work to do, surprise, surprise, and then I'll have a couple more meals, and yeah. That's how things are going right now. This is the first day I've kind of spent alone in a long time, and I'm actually really liking it. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next clip. Alright you guys, so it's a little bit later. I've done a few check-ins on my computer. I'm gonna eat this entire bag of popcorn. It's bigger than my head. Yeah, and just do some client programs, just some work on my computer, really just a chill Saturday night. Yeah, this is my fourth 1.5 liter bottle of water. I try and aim for 6 liters of water a day because, I don't know, I just like the feeling of being hydrated. Every time I go to just pee, it's like I'm cleansing my body. This sounds so weird. I'm so sorry if it does, but there's just something so satisfying about just being hydrated and peeing like 20 times a day. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up and get back to work, and I will catch you guys at my last meal after this. Alright you guys, so I'm about to show you guys how I make my oats. My last meal is gonna be oats yet again. You're actually watching me make these a few hours before I have them, like in bed as my last meal. For those of you who are new to my channel, you probably don't know how I make my oats, and I make them in a very specific way. So definitely try out this method if you want cakier, thicker, better tasting, just better oats in general, okay? So first we're going to be pouring in all of our dry ingredients right here. So I'm going to be weighing out 70 grams of oats. So let's just do that. And then we are going to do 25 grams of protein powder. This is the PhD Smart Plant Protein Powder. I have not switched protein powders in months. Occasionally I'll use Ghost if I ever get it, but like 99% of the time this is the protein powder that I use. I absolutely love it. It is my favorite one to date. I have not found a protein powder that I prefer. So I'm going to just weigh out 25 grams of this as well. Do you guys actually use the scoop? I literally just weigh out my protein powder with my spoon. Just because the scoop is always just like in there and it's just messy. So I'd rather just use a spoon. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. Cool. 25 grams of that. And then I add in stevia. There's no calories in this, but I still do weigh it just so I know how much I use every time. Just so I can keep things consistent. So for me, it's about, this is really bad, 30 grams of this stevia, more or less. Again, there's no calories in this one that I use, but yeah. I just want to make sure I am consistent with how much I use so that it always tastes the same. And then lastly, I add in 10 grams of cocoa powder. I find that this protein powder without more chocolate doesn't taste very nice, but when you combine it with a bit of cocoa powder, it creates like a chocolate cake taste. I'm not even joking. So 10 grams of that in there. So next, all we're gonna do is just mix these dry ingredients very thoroughly and very well. Get rid of like any lumps that might have formed with like the protein powder, so just make sure you mix it as much as you can. If you want to make baked oats, actually you can blend this into like a very fine mixture, and that tends to work as well. I have boiled some water in my kettle right here. I'm just literally gonna cover this with boiling water. I don't have an exact measure for how much water I put because I do eyeball this, but you want to make sure it's like properly covered. You want to start conservative with the water and then just stir everything together. Again, getting rid of like any lumps that might have formed due to the protein powder and like oat flakes kind of clumping together. That tends to happen. So I am just going to mix this for about a minute and get rid of all those lumps. Alright, so that looks pretty good. I think the number one mistake, or one of the main mistakes people tend to make when they make their oats is they don't add enough water. Like, you guys, oats need to like absorb a lot of water. So here, obviously, it looks super runny, super watery, but we're gonna microwave this on medium for 5 whole minutes. And after every 30 seconds to a minute or so, you want to take it out and stir it. Make sure you watch over this and you don't leave it in a microwave for 5 minutes straight, because if you do, it might kind of like explode over. So yeah, I'm gonna microwave this on medium, not on high. Medium, super important. If you have watts on your microwave, about between 400 and 600 watts is perfect. Stirring every few minutes or every few seconds, and then I will show you guys the finished product. Alright, so I basically just cooked these in the microwave for 5 minutes on medium. I took it out to stir quite a few times, so it's thickened up quite a lot. I'm gonna put this in the fridge for like the next few hours, guys. When you put it in the fridge, it really just hardens up and it becomes cake-like, and it's just so much better. So I'm gonna put that in the fridge, and then later on, before I eat it, I'm gonna top it with, of course, some Biscoff. I only use 10 grams of this now because macros they're not poverty macros, but you know, they're a bit lower, and I like to prioritize volume over taste. And then I'm also going to have it with this peanut butter. I've shown this on one of my previous vlogs. It is the almond butter, dark chocolate, Cornish sea salt almond butter. This is so freaking good. And I'm gonna also have this with the Alpro low calorie ice cream. So I'm gonna pop this in the fridge, and then I'm gonna have this as my last meal of the day. And that concludes this full day of eating on 2,035 calories. Not hungry, full of abundance, full of volume, and yeah. What's going on, guys? It's the next day, as you can tell. I decided to make this vlog kind of like a couple days in my life type of thing, instead of just like the one full day of eating. I felt like that was a bit too short. And because it's the weekend and I'm not done with time, I figured might as well vlog a bit more of what my exciting life is like. So it is currently, it's probably 9 a.m. I woke up pretty early, 6 o'clock. Got up, I went down to Costa, did some work down there. I'm really productive first thing in the morning, so I just try and get as much work done once I just wake up and I'm just at it. I've already had an entire bottle of water. This is my second 1.5 liter bottle. I've already had my creatine today. If there's one supplement I'd recommend you guys take, it's creatine monohydrate. Just because it's just the only, well, it's the one that has the most studies published on it, and it's just the most effective one. It's been proven to be super effective when it comes to increasing your strength. It helps you hold a lot more water inside your muscles, which leads to better performance, better pump. So definitely grab yourself some creatine. Go for the cheapest, just creatine monohydrate. I get mine from My Protein. It's like 8 pounds for this huge, like, I think this is like a, I don't know how many kilos this was, maybe 2 kilo bag, and I take 5 grams a day, so this lasts me months. Don't be fooled by these marketing gimmicks where it's like Creapure or like the purest form of creatine. It doesn't fucking matter. They just want to charge you more money for what it's supposed to be. So definitely creatine monohydrate is like the only supplement I don't get from HD Muscle and I get from My Protein, because it's just, you know, plain creatine monohydrate. Speaking of HD Muscle, I'm about to take some Burn HD. This is a fat burner. I like taking this before cardio, not because it burns fat, nothing burns fat other than a calorie deficit, but this is a thermogenic supplement and it has cortisol support, so it just basically helps warm your body up. It like elevates your core body temperature. It gets me pretty pumped to go do cardio, and it just kind of puts me in a good mood. There's a bit of caffeine in there as well. Really good formula. Definitely recommend some Burn HD or any kind of fat burner really before doing your cardio. If you decide to pick up some HD Muscle goodies, y'all know my code is just Aliaa, and you can save 10% when you use that at checkout. So I have not eaten yet. I like doing my cardio technically not fasted because I did have my coffee and like my wafers and stuff. There's nothing wrong with doing fasted or fed cardio. I just like getting it done before having any food in me. I just don't like the feeling of having a meal in me when I'm doing cardio, to be honest. So I always do it like in the morning, just after having my coffee, after being productive for a bit. Once I feel like I can't be productive anymore and I'm done with work, then I will go do my cardio, which is what I'm going to go do right now. Walk down to the gym, do my cardio, walk back. That'll get me like more than 10k steps in, which is great. I'm on 15k steps right now, so I mean, like, that's my target. I haven't already done 15k. 15k is my target. So yeah, that's the plan. I look pretty ratchet, but it's okay because cardio, you know, is gonna make me look even worse. So I'm gonna shut up and stop procrastinating. I'm gonna head out to my cardio and I will catch up with you guys later. Alright, you guys, so after I got back from cardio, I just did some work and then I did hella meal prep. So I made like enough seitan to last me until Wednesday. Then I opened up my MyFitnessPal, my phone. I don't think you guys can see, but I basically like kind of pre-planned my meals. And then I just have everything packed here for tomorrow. So I've got my oats, cauliflower rice and seitan, rice cakes, some more seitan, Weetabix and protein powder. In here I've got some instant coffee and some stevia because I have a kettle at donut time, so I pour boiling water into this at donut time to make my own coffee, and I've weighed out my own almond milk in there to use for my coffee. And yeah, guys, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So I just did this entire meal prep. I'm gonna crack on with some more work now, but essentially I don't meal prep for the entire week because my check-in day is on Tuesday, and if Dylan does drop my macros, then I'm gonna have to meal prep according to those. So I tend to prep on Tuesday evenings or Wednesday evenings for the rest of the week. So yeah. Hi guys, so it is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, the 14th of July. This is how like messed up my life is. I struggle to, one, string together coherent sentences, and two, remember like what date we are. So yeah, let's update you guys on my mini cut. So I've been mini cutting for 5 weeks now. My check-in day was yesterday with Dylan, so I'll insert just like a photo of my check-in picture right there. Honestly, pretty happy with how I'm looking, considering that I basically just maintained my weight. Like, I weighed in slightly lower like once, but then like my weight was just pretty stable all week, and I think that's because I was on my period. I got my period an entire fucking week early. I don't know if anyone else has experienced this. I'm sure at least one of you watching has. When it's like, you know, you're logging, you know, your menstrual cycle like on an app, and you know when to expect it, and then boom, 8 days early and you're like, I did not sign up for this. So that happened, which caused, you know, a few fluctuations on the scale, which is totally normal. So Dylan was like, that's probably why we haven't seen a drop, because last week he did drop my carbs by quite a bit and my fats, and he increased my cardio. So I was expecting a big drop in weight. And yeah, so I'm literally still on my period. I don't know why it's taking forever to just leave. Anyway, I don't want to go too much in detail because this is TMI, but he essentially just said, I'm going to drop your carbs down a tiny bit more, 15 grams of carbs down. So now we're officially under the 2,000 calorie mark. I am on 1,995 calories, so pretty much just 2,000 calories. I've eaten 2,000 calories yesterday, which was Tuesday, and today I have like one meal left, so it's not too bad. I think it's because I'm a very busy person that I don't have time to really think about food that much. Even at donut time, I am working on my computer and stuff, so I'm not very food focused. Like, yes, hunger has entered the chat a couple times where I'm like, fuck, I could eat more. But it's nothing too crazy. It's nothing I've been through worse, basically. I think like once you've done a prep, you know how shit things can get. So everything else compared to what a prep is pretty much light work. And then the plan going forward, I asked him like, yo, like how long are we gonna keep this going? He said at least another like 3 to 4 weeks. I think I might want to extend that for a couple reasons. I like the structure that cutting gives me, and I want to keep cutting until I hand in my dissertation. My dissertation is due in like a month. And then after that, I'm going to be moving. And then after that, I'm probably going to go on holiday to Mallorca with Chen Yang. I basically I realized that I could get a visa to Spain. I couldn't get one through Portugal, but I checked through Spain today and they opened up appointments for tourist visas. So last week of August, I do want to go on like a little holiday because I have not been on a proper holiday in like almost, yeah, pretty much 2 years now. That trip to Egypt wasn't really a holiday, guys. Not for me, but yeah, that's the plan. And I want to like still be pretty lean if I'm going to go to Spain. So I might ask Dylan to be like, hey, can we extend this cut, please? I actually strangely really like cutting. If anyone's on prep right now and you want to stab me, you can like virtually stab your screen and break your screen if you want. But I strangely like the pain. I think that's something that all bodybuilders have in common. We like pain. We're a bit fucked up, or a lot fucked up like that, in the sense that we enjoy inflicting pain upon ourselves deliberately. So I kind of like it. I like, you know, just being like, fuck, I have to do cardio. I like being on that cardio machine half asleep. I like kind of being like, oh, I'm hungry, or like I don't feel full. I don't know. It's just something very strange. Yeah, I'm gonna go wash my hair now because it's literally disgusting. My hair is actually, I'm so like overdue like a haircut. I also look lifeless. I'm looking at myself in the little, you know, screen on my camera. I look pretty lifeless. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If anyone's still watching at this point, comment toenail down below. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna stop being weird. I'm gonna go wash my hair. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.